So, after I watched Tyler's video on coming out today, I decided I was going to make my first YouTube video. So, I guess I kind of have a story to tell you. I have a life story, I guess. It's not the most ideal. It's not happy, it's not sad. It just is. I guess the point is I hope somebody can find comfort in knowing what I've gone through, and hopefully they can take solace in the fact that to know that they aren't the only one. Maybe they went through the same things I did when I was little, or when I was in high school, or when I was in grade school, or now that I'm graduated from college. Maybe you went through the same things. I don't know. Take from this video what you will. I don't really know what the point of it is. So, when I was little, I loved playing with Barbies, and I loved playing with my Easy Bake Oven, and I loved playing with Polly Pocket. Do you remember what those are? Yeah, maybe somebody does. But I loved really feminine things, and I remember thinking when I went to school that that's kind of odd. I don't see the boys playing with Polly Pocket, and I don't see the boys coming over to each other's houses and playing with Barbies and enjoying cooking in their Easy Bake Oven, and um, they like playing sports, and they like running around, and they liked being active, and they liked being around each other, and they liked, I don't know, there's no other way of saying it. They liked boy things, I guess, and I never liked boy things. I always liked more more girly things, and I still do, I guess. And there's nothing wrong with that. I like feminine things. I love going to the photo booth and taking pictures with my friend. Like, that's the kind of stuff I love to do. I don't like to run around, and I don't like to talk about football, and I couldn't give half a shit about wrestling. I don't know. What are boy things anyway? I don't even know. I'm a boy and I don't even know. Well, that's obviously a problem, and that was a problem when I was a little kid. So, again, I was a super feminine little boy, and like, I mean, so I went to Catholic school, the highlight of my life, right? For 12 years, I went to Catholic grade school, Catholic elementary school, Catholic middle school, and then Catholic high school, and then I went to public college. But so for 12 years, I went to a Catholic school, super conservative, super closed-minded, super ignorant, and that's not all Catholics. It's just that's where I grew up. Super ignorant, super conservative, super not even welcoming of anyone different. It was really an awful, awful, awful place to grow up as a gay kid, as a fat gay kid who didn't like sports and who didn't fit in. It was an awful, awful place to grow up. So around, I think it was like eighth grade, I was having a horrible, horrible, horrible experience, and I decided I wanted to tell somebody that I was different. It's not easy. You don't go around always pointing out your differences. But I did anyway. So I called my friend Jenny and I said, "Let's go meet at the park." I met Jenny in a park, and we sat down by the road on a hillside, and I confessed to her. I said, I don't think I like girls." And she said, "Well, maybe you're just questioning. Maybe you'll grow out of it." And I said, maybe, but I don't think so." Then it started, I wanted to talk to her more, and I wanted to say, I actually think I'm bisexual, which, no offense to anyone who is bisexual, but it was a lot easier to come out that way because at least I still had that option. Maybe I wasn't actually gay. Maybe I still kind of liked girls. I don't know. I don't know why. I know a lot of people who have decided to come out bisexual first and then come out gay later. But I came out I came out as different, and then I came out as bisexual, and then I came out as gay. Eventually, after couple of months of talking to her, and she never missed a beat. She always accepted it. She always took it for what it was worth. Just took it as a concern of mine, and always did her best to try and, yeah, cheer me up, or just make me feel normal again. I don't know. I don't even know what she did, but in the moment, it made all the difference in my mood. And then we went on to high school, and I got the same kind of treatment there as I always did in elementary school and grade school, or elementary school and middle school. Oh, he doesn't like sports. Mark doesn't like sports. Blah, blah, blah. I get it. I'm different. Point it out. If that makes you feel better, it makes you feel better. I didn't like girls, and I didn't like talking about my sexcapades with my guy friends. I didn't like talking about banging those chicks and getting that pussy, and no. No. It's not flattering for guys to do that anyway. It's even less flattering for a gay guy to make up stories about it just so his friends would like him. No, I just didn't. I shied away from it, and I eventually it was like, yeah, I'd get crude remarks thrown at me, but so what? I talked to other people, and I made all female friends, which only perpetuated the stereotype and only perpetuated the comments and the whatever, but I did it anyway, and it I don't know if it helped, I don't know if it hurt. I don't really know. It just is what I did, and it got me through high school. So 5 years ago, when I graduated from high school, um then I moved on to college, and Jenny helped me all through high school, but then Jenny went to a different college, and I went to a different college, and I moved away from my entire high school group, and I made new friends at college, which the whole coming out business I hadn't really I hadn't really done with my friends. I made a group of girlfriends who I knew would not care one way or the other, and so we kind of bridged the gap by just never talking about it. Again, just what I did. It isn't right or wrong or whatever. It's just what I did. I met girls who didn't seem to give a shit one way or the other if I was gay or not, and I stuck with them for my 4 years of high school. But anyway, Jenny went off to college, and I went off to college, and freshman year, for anybody who's gone through college or who is in freshman year or who remembers freshman year, it was hard. Like, I didn't have friends. I didn't have friends in general, let alone friends I wanted to tell I was gay. Like, as Tyler said earlier, it's a personal thing. I don't like to discuss my personal life with everybody, so I didn't. Freshman year went by, and sophomore year went by, and maybe it was the end of sophomore year. I decided, I was like, like, I'm gonna tell my close friends I'm gay. Nobody batted an eyelash, because eventually, by the point I was in college, like, I think you just give off signs. I guess I was giving off signs, because they were all like, you didn't, like, we already knew. And I was like, oh, well, all right. Super easy. Nobody cared before, nobody cared after, so nothing changed after that point. And in college was a breeze as far as having a support group. There were like LGBT clubs and LGBT this and LGBT that, and I'm rolling my eyes now, but I don't know. I don't know if they were supportive. I didn't really attend them. I'm kind of a quiet person, as evidenced by the fact that I'm like jittery and I'm in a room alone talking to a camera. But it wasn't hard. It wasn't hard to find support at college, in college, even though I went to a really small college. It wasn't hard to do. And now I'm in Korea, teaching. I have my job. I have a job now in Korea, and I haven't had an instance where I've had to come out to anybody except my friends, but again, kind of on a need to know basis. If I talk about somebody I like, or if I talk about a boyfriend, or if I talk about something else, they'll figure it out. But other than that, it's not something I'm just hello, nice to meet you. I'm Mark and I'm gay. No. Mm-mm. If I like you, you'll know, or if I don't like you, you'll make your assumptions, and that's just how it'll be. Um, I guess I have to talk about coming out to my parents. I don't know. It only seems right now that I've talked about everything else. So I think it was junior year of high school. I came out to my mom, and I came out as bisexual first, and then I came out as gay a couple of months later. And she just, I remember we were driving in a car. We were driving on a specific street in the city close to where I grew up. We were headed towards like Trader Joe's or Walmart or something like that. I don't remember actually where we were headed to, but I remember what road we were driving on. I actually remember the intersection we passed when I told her, because it like made my heart palpitate, and I got really nervous, and I'm sure everyone who's come out can relate to that feeling. I just remember that instance. I remember telling her mom, I remember telling her that I was gay, and I remember telling her that I was bisexual, and I remember her not really, she didn't really care, and she said, "Oh, well, I will always love my children as long as they're happy," and I'm happy I got that response from her, but nowadays, like as I said, I'm in Korea, so I Skype home every once in a while, and when I showed her this picture of my friend and I, in the like picture, ooh, upside down, in the picture taking booth, she's like, "Oh, she's so nice and cute. She'd make a really good girlfriend for you." And I said, "Yeah, maybe, except I'm not really interested in her." And that's kind of how they always react. I'm obviously not 100% straight, but they still react to me like I am, and I'm not sure when that'll ever end. I'm not sure if it will ever end, but that's just how it is now. At least they still accept what I do. I don't know. I don't really know what else. I'm just glad it's not the alternative. I'm glad they didn't kick me out. I'm sure coming out to my friends' parents when I was in high school, they probably would have kicked them out. And I'm glad my parents didn't do that. And I'm glad I made it through high school and got to college where I could, sounds so cliche, be free. I could be free. I could be who I wanted to be, and I could be gay, and I could be proud, and I could be happy, and I could have boyfriends, and nobody even cared. Nobody looked at me strange. Nobody. I'm sure there were people at the college that didn't accept it. They didn't accept my lifestyle, and they weren't happy that I would have boyfriends, but so what? Like, they never tried to do anything to me. I was happy being who I wanted to be. I think that's about it. I hope I hope somebody found happiness in the story. I hope somebody found solace. I hope somebody feels better because there's another fat gay kid in the world who grew up in a Catholic town with conservative parents and conservative values, who came out gay and who came out all right and who went to college and who survived and who didn't commit suicide and who doesn't have anything spectacular going on for him, but who made it through anyway. I mean, here I am, another on the other side of the world, in a completely different time zone, in a completely different country, and I'm gay, and so what? I've still got friends. I've still got Jenny. I've still got my college friends. I've got friends here. Nobody. I'm assuming eventually people grow out of it. I don't talk to the people who were mean to me in college or in high school and elementary school and middle school. I don't talk to them anymore, so I don't care if they like me or not. It's not my issue. It's theirs. And I keep track of my friends who do like me and who don't care and who don't judge, and those are the people who matter. And if you don't have friends like those, you don't have real friends. Find people like that. I don't know how to gracefully sign off from a video, so I'm just gonna say bye, and hopefully somebody found something good in here. I kind of had fun making it. Hopefully I'll make more. Bye.